Good day, everyone, and thanks for joining us here in the charts. Tune into the Crypto Flight Edition. Fellow competitors speaking. Litecoin and the USD pairing is going to have a revisit here. I actually have an overhead target, new target. We have a time frame. We also have one level that the market must stay above in order for any of this to come to fruition. So stick around to the end. Welcome back, loyal family. If you're new here, please consider joining us, but do your fundamental research on this crypto before we get started. We're only going over the price action. Thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we have here. Welcome. Actually, happy Mother's Day. It's the 9th. They celebrate that here in the States, the United States. And yeah, thank you for everything. And I appreciate you. Okay, Napoleon macro does. All right, let's go ahead and get into some technical details here, and let's dive right into the charts here, shall we? All right, so today's May the 9th, 2021, and the current price of Litecoin is going to be $358.50. It's up approximately 3.2% for the day. Okay. All right, welcome back, everyone. ASMR Interesting Analysis. All right, so here's this interesting chart that I found. Check it out. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, what you were looking at is obviously circles in horizontal lines. But I'm going to explain what everything means. So in order to understand where we are, here's where we are in kind of present day. This is the current weekly candle that closes in about 6 hours. We're going to get into that here in just 1 second. ATH represents the all-time high, this white line here at about $312. The red circle represents the rejection at the all-time high. And then, of course, it goes down, makes that little curvature formation, and then it, obviously consolidates and it re-challenges the all-time high, but it breaks through. That's what the green circle represents. So I guess a question mark should be here as well. Again, we're going to get to that. And the 161 days represents consolidating when a weekly candle closes above the all-time high. Now let's go back in time or back in the day and see if we can compare what could take place present day to what has happened in the past. That's all we go over here on the channel. Support, resistance, and patterns. And right now we're taking a look at this potential pattern that took place in the past. So if we look back in same thing, guys, all-time high. ATH, it's right here at about $37. And we're looking at the time frame. This is the Kraken chart, by the way. I'm not sure if this is a legitimate chart, but yeah, it's good for now. Okay. So December the 13th, December 2013, okay, like December the 2nd right over here, represented at this red circle. Same thing. We're comparing it to what potentially is going on right now. Came up to the all-time high. Got a rejection, curvature formation, okay, consolidated for some time, re-challenged the all-time high, and it closed a weekly candle above 37.05. Let's get a zoom in here. Notice this weekly candle closed above the all-time high. This is important because when we go over to present day, hopefully we'll kind of be on the same page and understanding what could take place at present day, okay? Weekly candle closed above 37.05. After the weekly candle, let's erase some of this so we can see this, okay? All right, I'll erase that in a second, but notice how after a weekly candle closed above the all-time high, okay, pardon me there, it never closed a weekly candle back below the all-time high. Notice this very large candle, weekly candle here at about September the 11th, 2017, where it went all the way down to that white line, but it just wicked at that line, right? And again, the 161 days just simply represents just a break above, and then it kind of coils up, and the seller is continuing to try to push the price down below the all-time highs, but they failed miserably, and the price ripped to the upside after consolidating for 161 days. Okay, so the only thing I guess you can really just keep in mind is the weekly close above the all-time high, and then the 161 day consolidating before the aggressive rip to the upside. Wow, that was a really aggressive move there, okay? So hopefully we're all clear in terms of the explanation on what took place in the past. The market came up to the all-time high. It went down and consolidated to re-challenge the all-time high to close a weekly candle above the all-time high. And when we get a weekly candle to close above the all-time high, the consolidating starts. And after the consolidating, the rip to the upside, causing the extreme move to the upside. And of course, it tops out and it consolidates for a very long time, okay? So if we are on the same page with that, let's get over here to present day and see if we can compare apples to apples. I'll leave a thumb on the video there if you guys enjoy the content so far. So here we are, present day. The red circle represents the market going up to this, again, $312. And that happened back in, let's see here, back in 2017 in December, okay? The market topped out, okay? well, it had a high, and then again, it consolidated, went down, curvature formation. Now, here's where we are. Now, here's where we need to focus. We're looking for a weekly candle to close above the all-time high, $312. And this is the perfect time to post this video because this weekly candle is developing, okay? And has about 6 hours and 11 minutes to close. Eastern Standard Time right now is 1:49 p.m. Again, it's May the 11th, so you can kind of do the math, right? 6 hours and 10 minutes after that, we'll know whether or not this will be an official close above the all-time high at about $312. Now, the next thing that we will look for is the weekly candles to close below $312. So, for instance, let's just say after today, we get 300 and something dollars on the Litecoin instrument, but it cannot close weekly candles below $112. That simply means we're in the consolidative phase, okay, before the break up. Okay, I could break down them again. It's not guaranteed to play out as it did in the past, but typically when you have like a curvature formation as consolidating, yeah, this you rarely get a breakdown. I'm no perma bull on Litecoin, guys. I'm not even invested in Litecoin, but I'm looking at this beautiful story and it looks very interesting. And the one thing that I do know is it's been consolidating. Okay, as long as it stays above $312, it's been consolidating ever since December 2017, making again this curvature formation. So it's simple, guys. Let's close it out. The date on this, in terms, let's assume, not guaranteed, let's assume that this weekly candle will close above $312. This weekly candle right here. Okay, if it closes above $312. The next thing that I will do is I will just simply measure that candle and measure it out 160 days out, assuming that it will be similar to what has taken place in the past. Maybe it'll take less time, maybe it'll take more time. But the only level that will determine whether or not it will continue up is $312. That's super simple for me to understand, okay? But the date that I do have in mind, again, that is assuming that it will take place as it did in the past, is 160 days, 61 days out, is going to be this year, October the 11th, 2021, if you guys want to mark your calendars, or if you're actually watching this October the 11th or sometime around that time, and you're seeing the breakout. Here's the overhead target, guys. I talk so much. $606. Now, this is my conservative price target, okay? I think it has the potential to get higher. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but this is my conservative price. It's a 70% move to the upside, approximately, okay? It's like 68% to the upside. So that's pretty much what I have. You guys have a date. You have the reason why I'm saying that this could potentially take place. You have the one level that it needs to stay above in order for it to continue higher. The trend is your friend until the end, right? And it's obviously in an overall uptrend. So don't fight the trend, okay? And it is your friend until the end. And this is not a video insinuating that you should go buy Litecoin. This is a video insinuating that you have the $312 level. If it ever revisits that level, this means that you will need to execute your strategy and understand where you're going to take a risk and not say, hey, Napoleon, you said buy this and I'm down 40%. It went down. What's going on? I have no idea what's going on. I'm just letting you know what the beautiful story is suggesting here on the chart to me. And that's basically all I have for you wonderful folks. All right. So leave an appropriate thumb just below the video if you enjoyed the content, and leave a comment to support the channel. The YouTube algorithm picks up on that. Thank you. And also, if you're new, just before you go there, we cover the traditional stocks if you're into that 7 days a week. So kindly join us here on this interesting journey, and we'll send you that information when it is available. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. Take care of yourselves out there. Be sure to execute your strategies. Do not enter these markets without a strategy, please. We're going to talk soon. Cheers, and bye for now.